Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Just getting live here, a couple seconds in. Week 1 is here. We're awake. Another Saturday, last Saturday in August. This is our season.
Finally back.
Full swing.
Finally.
We got the full slate Saturday, college football Saturday. We are here. About to go retweet the stream and everything. Chandler, you go do the same. Tell everybody to hop in here. But yeah, how you feeling, Chandler?
I'm feeling great. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a lot of talk on Twitter, and I'm ready. I'm just ready for the ball to be kicked off and pads to be hit. I'm fully ready to see Kirby run out of that tunnel. I can't wait. I've been waiting on that.
I live in Atlanta. We got a lot of tigers, and dogs in the city. So I was trying to go to Chick-fil-A. Couldn't even go to Chick-fil-A. The line was so damn long. I then went back to my house, parked my car, was walking to get a biscuit. I crossed multiple encounterings of dogs barking at each other, not literal dogs, human beings.
No, some real dogs. Some real dogs. Come on now.
And I couldn't even get a damn biscuit because there were so many freaking Georgia fans in there trying to get a biscuit before they go to the game.
It's essential to have a biscuit before the football game.
I mean, I just wanted like some Chick-fil-A or something. Like, I was lost. I was like, dang, man.
Because I've got one waiting on me upstairs. After we finish this, I'm definitely going to eat a biscuit before this game starts.
But yeah, the city of Atlanta's packed. It's rowdy. The drunk, obnoxious Georgia fans.
There you go.
They are here.
There you go. What is Pete Thamel wearing? Oh my god.
Fishing gear. Something
dripper drown, I guess. Good lord. I respect it. Let's get into these games though, dude. Get into it. I'm fired up,
man. You want to recap yesterday first? Might as well go off yesterday.
Let's do it.
Okay, Wisconsin. Okay. Who said Wisconsin was going to suck this year? I've been preaching it from the mountaintops. Wisconsin, like, this is not on Tyler Van Dyke. The quarterback can't do it all. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He can't improvise as well as other quarterbacks. But it's just like, I said it. I was disappointed in the staff that there was so much hype with Luke Fickell coming from Wisconsin. I mean, not from Wisconsin, from Cincinnati. This G5 juggernaut, making the playoff. They didn't really give Alabama or anybody a run. Like, they had a bunch of draft picks. Like Sauce Gardner. Like, he produced really good players. But surprised Chandler doesn't have his top button fastened. Ironically, the other day at Eastlake, he had his top button fastened like the whole time.
That's what he's talking about. That's one of my friends. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's just like Luke Fickell got hired, and then they played a season, and like there's been no noise. Like they've done okay recruiting. Like, they hired Alex Grinch as their co-DC, which I don't think is a bad hire, but it's like just in terms of experience and a fresh start. Like, I always respect coaches giving another guy a fresh start, even if he has a, just extended bad resume. But it's just like, man, you got Phil Longo. I mean, he runs a dinosaur-aged offense. I mean, you had a generational running back in Braylon Allen. And you made him a 6th round draft pick. Like, that is a 1st round talent. That's a man beyond his years.
And doesn't Luke Fickell have he has something in his contract for Ohio State, right? Like, he could take that job whenever he wants. I've heard that before. I don't know if it's true or not, but
we'll keep that to the side for that because I really have no idea. But I'm just disappointed in Wisconsin. I don't I mean, I said it many times that Luke Fickell is not going to last at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He could have. He just didn't hire the right guys. And that's
and you can be honest. Alex Grinch is not exactly the.
Well, that's not. It's not his defense. They ran a 4-man front. It's not his 3-3-5 defense. He's the co-DC, not the overall DC. Like
it's just the aura that comes with it.
Yeah, you're right.
Just bad vibes, honestly.
Right. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Wisconsin had to fight tooth and nail to beat Western Michigan. I did have this. I called it my lock. Stanford covered. It was late. It wasn't the prettiest, but Stanford covered against TCU. 9.5. CFH lock of the Friday was a success. Even though I did say Stanford was going to win. Yeah.
Pretty sure I said TCU was going to win.
You did, but I don't think Sonny Dykes will last at TCU either. That has failed experiment written all over it. Just so there's no pulse. Like even though they had a big man interception yesterday, they just they're not recruiting that well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've had multiple quarterbacks flip from them. Just this is like the third experiment for Josh Hoover, and it's not going well again. Like remember, this guy was named a starter over Max Duggan. And then Max Duggan came in and replaced Hoover, and then they went on the Linsanity run. And then last year, Hoover was a starter, and he stunk it up against Colorado, and they went what?
All over the
4-8.
It was bad.
5-7, something like that.
Yeah, I can't think.
It was not good.
Of my head.
But yeah, TCU won a gritty one. Oklahoma had a key injury yesterday. Their wide receiver Farouk, he had a 40-yard bomb to start off the game pretty much in the first quarter. He broke his foot during the game. He's not out for the whole season, thank the Lord, because I hate to see somebody start the season healthy and just immediately go out.
You said 6 to 8 weeks, right?
6 to 8 weeks. Throw in there that there is now 2 bye weeks in college football. Those bye weeks, if they add up, in favor of him, he could miss only a couple of games realistically. But yeah, no, it's better to get him back than to not get him back. So praying for a speedy recovery for him. But Jackson Arnold looked good.
That's what I was about to say.
Coming off his 5 interception game versus Arizona in the Alamo Bowl, which I mean, I've had to explain this to people. There was no matter how many interceptions Jackson Arnold was going to throw in that game, they were not going to bench him. It was a meaningless game. Like he had an unlimited leash. Like they just wanted him to get out there and sling it. So he looked very, very ready. Their offensive line looked a little iffy, but that'll improve. And yeah, Chandler, you got anything from yesterday?
Oh yeah, that Michigan State game was disgusting. That was disgusting.
Aiden Childs,
that was nasty.
Owes a lot of people money.
Take the over. Yeah, my ass. If we learned anything for week 1,
you're a betting man, take the over.
Yeah,
man, you threw an interception on the first freaking play of the game, and then you threw a red zone pick.
What was the game where the QB had a backwards helmet and he shot on the ball because it was such a bad face mask? Did you see that?
I saw so many clips of that yesterday.
What game was that?
I don't know. I think it looked like a New Mexico. Like
Durag said we made him order some Chick-fil-A.
But
that game, and then Duke also played, and It was 26-3. I didn't watch too much of that game, but
I had it up. Malik Murphy looked pretty good. He had some good balls that were dropped by receivers, just a tad overthrown.
It says he has 291, 26.
He looked good
40.
though. And then that was really it for yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think we have too much to say about Army and Lehigh.
It was a little bit of a Friday slate of football. Better than nothing. But we got our first ginormous slate, and we got a good one today. So actually, we got Georgia Clemson off the rip. Let's get to it.
Can I drop something real quick if you don't mind?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna yap while I'm adding this into the brand. You'll see it as I put it up. But what should I put it in at? Should I put it as the background or the overlay? Definitely the overlay.
Yeah, just do whatever is best.
But yeah, so I had this idea from this old account. I am trying to find the picture while I'm looking at this up, but it is called Chicks Picks, and I got 6 of my good friends to make selections every week for college football games. And I have 6 games, and I'm about to put it up right now as it downloads. What are they talking about on game day? Oh, Cam Ward. Yeah, I can't wait to see him play. I know we're going to get into that, but I cannot wait to see him play.
Dude, we are here. It is the day. There is not another sunrise before one fan base is melted and one is like high horsing it on the top of the mountain in the state of Florida.
And here's the first rendition of Chicks Picks. So shout out to Brandy, Lindsay, Shay, Jocelyn, Kinsley, and Addie B. But I had them all pick the games, and at the end of the year, whoever has the best record, this will be after the national championship game. I'm thinking I may just do the regular season, but I'm most likely going to include the Natty and all the playoff
you were
games.
Get literal all chicks to do this. That's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, come on, Chicks Picks. Shout out to
who we got. All right, go back to it.
I got you. Also, shout out to the old Instagram account, Kansas Football Memes. I can't take credit for this idea.
All right, we got a clean sweep for Penn State.
Yes, we did.
You'll never see me put my money on Drew Aller. Clean sweep for Georgia. Okay, we got 2 people taking Florida. A clean sweep for A&M. Georgia State upset. Okay.
I had to put the Battle of Atlanta up there.
Yeah, right. 404. Georgia State. That's Brandy's got to explain that one. And then we got clean sweep for LSU. Okay. I'm with it.
Locked in, man. That tweet is going up in about 3 minutes. I got to finish typing it, but we are here. I really should have done that about a week ago. So, to everyone that's involved, thank you for dealing with me. Durag say Brandy knows ball. Shout out Brandy, man. That's a legend.
Georgia State over Georgia Tech.
Hey, man, you never know.
I was just talking to my guy Brent Key literally yesterday.
I would have picked Georgia State just because I couldn't pick Georgia Tech for obvious reasons.
Be real. I know Georgia State beat Tennessee in 2019. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Was that State or Southern?
That was State.
Was it State? Oh, and it's Dell McGee. Yeah, I am obligated to pick Georgia State. I have every reason to pick Georgia State.
But yeah, okay. Who do you got in that Penn State West Virginia game?
My head is telling me to go Penn State, but
it's at West Virginia.
But
it's not a neutral site game. It's at West Virginia.
My gut is telling me West Virginia, and they're the home team. It'll be rocking. It's just do I trust Drew Aller enough to walk into a hostile environment and win that game? And the answer is no. I really don't. I think Penn State's talented. Of course they're talented. They're one of the most talented rosters in America, right? That's all cool. But you got to walk in, show up, and go dominate at somebody else's place. I don't see it. I don't.
Like,
It's so hard to envision that. But this game's played once, so anything can happen. Of course, it's not played 10 times. It's played one time. I'm nervous about that game. That's why I didn't bet anything on that game.
So I put a couple of prize picks lineups in. West Virginia plus the points. I agree. Neil Brown was like, I mean, ESPN had already like reported it like 7 times before the season already started. I mean, everybody and their mom's grandmother's grandma was counting Neil Brown to get fired. Like, they already packed his bags for him. And this man went out and won 9 games, and like, he's still there. So if you want to talk about somebody doing like the impossible, like saving their job, that was truly a full season of somebody saving their job. He took play calling duties back and he did it. So they got Garrett Green back for the second year, mobile quarterback, dual threat guy. He's a straight up dog. They're week 1. Everybody's healthy. Penn State, just they don't scare me offensively. Like, they're dual. They have a 2-headed monster at running back, Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton. Phenomenal two-head monster running back. But nobody likes, like, you don't want to be a one-dimensional team. They have one wide receiver, Julian Fleming, and they got some like sophomores, redshirt junior, practice squad guys, scout team, and then they got you and me from the parking lot. Like, their wide receiver, like, they lost Kier Lambert-Smith in the spring portal because, and that was the only receiver they had. They literally only went and got Fleming out of the portal.
Yep.
Like, the fact that they didn't even attempt to go get like 4 more guys is embarrassing.
It's just disgusting, really.
So, I mean, like, if you get caught in this one-dimensional offense where you have to run the ball and West Virginia stops you for a couple drives, and then you have to turn to the passing game, and you necessarily have your tight end and one receiver, the odds are immediately heavily against you.
Yep.
So I mean, I like West Virginia. I like the points in West Virginia. I think it's 7.5. And being at home, Morgantown literally canceled school yesterday for Pat McAfee's show. Not just West Virginia. I mean, like elementary schools, like the whole city, county schools, they all closed. But yeah, give me the Mountaineers, Country Roads.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Plus the points. I do think that if I had to pick a winner, though, I'd pick Penn State.
That's where I'm at, honestly.
Yeah, it's just a really sticky game. But what else? We got Florida, Miami. We can get into that.
The Twitter. All right, so I actually have something for the both of us. Do you want to stream that game on here? Because that'll be the Twitter game. That'll be.
To be honest with you, I'd rather just kind of kick back and watch it because there's going to be so many people streaming. I feel like we'd be watching so many people's streams and like kind of tap in spaces and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of like a one-on-one, game type of.
I was thinking like that'll be the Twitter game. That'll be the game.
Right.
That's the social media game.
Right. Andy Staples from On3 he said it perfectly. He calls it the Pitchforks and Torches Bowl because I mean, they're just all out, just up in arms. Whoever wins, they're going to the Natty. Whoever loses, their season is over already just after week 1, after 4 quarters. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna kick back and just laugh a lot at the commentary. does in space. I think they're highlighting the 9th-year Miami guy. That was previously at Oregon.
Durag said a CFA's on the way. That's hilarious.
He said what?
He said a CFA's on the way. But I got a game we need to get into.
What's up?
I got a game we need to get into.
Georgia Clemson. All right. We said it earlier. Trevor Etienne is being suspended, benched, whatever you want to call it. It's not really labeled as a suspension. It's just they're just sitting him for this game, according to good friend Matt Zenitz.
It'll have to be running back by committee, I guess. It'll
is Rob, is he good to go? He's not good either, so they're down 2.
I haven't seen anything that said he's good to go, unless I'm just haven't scrolled Twitter enough.
Why is if you have the option to play Etienne and you're down a couple of guys, like I get it, there's this ginormous narrative, looming over Kirby Smart in the program that he doesn't do anything to, get his players to think right, for the actions that, they do off the field. But
which is crazy, by the way.
It's just a sticky situation. Like he had to do it. It was the right choice. Even if there's some question marks with the room availability. This could come back to hurt him. I really doubt it, but
yeah, I don't think Trevor Etienne will be the reason that we lose this game. If we lost, it'd be Carson Beck having probably his worst game of his career. I mean, that Bama game was up there, probably the worst because he's only played 1 year. But if he has a god awful game, we'll lose. But that would be in the wildest scenarios, if you're asking me.
I'm excited to see the 2 tight end attack from the Stanford transfer. Ben, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Urasek. It's something like that. I don't.
Grad transfer from Stanford. And Oscar Delp, rising star. Throw a little bit of Lawson Lucky in there too. But I know we keep getting sidetracked, but I always love that. It's kind of a layup to do, but the kicking challenge that Pat's about to do.
Oh, dude, they've got Shane Gillis out here. Like, first off, guy in the middle, hammered. Maybe not, but he's freshman. Like he's having a great time. He looks like he's having a great time. That don't mean anything in college. He looks like he's having a great time.
But for Clemson today, I got a lot of question marks about their offense.
That's where I'm at.
Because you go ahead, Jen. You get it off. You got it.
I don't see a scenario where they can. I'll pop my shit off. I don't see a scenario where I think they can score enough to compete with us. Honestly, they're with the questions on their O-line, their red zone offense. Garrett Riley, whatever he's done to change himself with his play calling, I don't see it. Respectfully, it's fun to speculate, be like, oh, hey, maybe they can hang. And I've been, kind of conservative with my score predictions, but we're an hour before kickoff, 52 minutes to be exact, really 51. I get a feeling this is going to be like the Oregon game, honestly. Maybe they don't only score 3 points. Maybe they get 13, 17 maybe, but I feel like we're going to absolutely dump on them. I really do. I'm very confident going into this game. With a chip on their shoulder like this, down 2 running backs. Did he make it? No, he missed it. But, yeah, that's my prediction. I don't think it's going to be close. I really don't. I don't know what pregame speech or halftime speech
they're gonna get him to try it again.
Yeah, I don't know what Kirby's gonna say in that locker room, but I would love to hear whatever it is. I need somebody to record that and get it on Twitter instantly. What are your thoughts on the game,
man? I'm excited to see Clemson's D line and Georgia's offensive line matchup. We got Peter Woods, all world talent, Barrett Carter. Why couldn't this game be played in Clemson or Athens? A lot of money, TV, nothing that has really to do with any of the people in the athletic departments of Georgia or Clemson. Pretty clear that a neutral site game in Mercedes-Benz, sponsored by Aflac, and all these other people. Oh, he got it.
I didn't even see it.
That's the first ever made field goal.
I was about to say, isn't that the first one?
That is the first ever made field goal.
Good kick, too. It wasn't even, close to being missed. How much did he win? $50K?
Yeah. How much did he clear it by? Oh, he cleared that thing.
It wasn't even close. It was not even close. I see a Texas State flag. Shout out. Look at that slate, man. Clemson, Georgia, Miami, Florida, Notre Dame, A&M, SC, LSU, Boston College, Florida State.
It's on Monday.
I love it. We are back, man.
We got plenty of more games besides that.
Mm-hmm.
You see Kirk Herbstreit call Quinshon Judkins a backup running back from Ole Miss?
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, dude, that made my year. I'm going to refrain some other comments that I could say. But there's somebody's ego is up here. And he's a great player, but it needs to come down to here. Because he got shown the door for a reason. Plenty of reasons, to be honest with you. Regardless of how good he is as a player, I'll say it again. If you don't fit in the locker room, if you burn your bridges, it's 99%. It's not going to work out where you're at.
Mm.
So,
you said bro finna get a walk-on Scully. No, they may need him out there. If they miss a kick, they'll come get that dude out of the crowd and be like, "Hey, can you come get extra points for us?"
Who else we got today? Texas plays Colorado State.
It's an interesting one.
I need to see Quinn Ewers come out of the gate and stay healthy. He's had some his woes. He's injury prone. I'm not saying he's going to get injured this week. I don't wish an injury on anybody, but the last 2 seasons, Quinn Ewers has missed at least 3 games. So they need a full healthy season of Quinn Ewers. They got a bunch of Bama transfers: Nye Black, Isaiah Bond, running down the field. We got the weird G5 matchup in Statesboro today. This is my CFH oddball matchup of the week. We got a Mountain West team in Boise State that traveled all the way to the middle of nowhere, Statesboro, Georgia, to play Georgia Southern in the Sun Belt. Boise State's 13.5-point favorites. Malachi Nelson is not starting. Former number 1 overall recruit. Didn't win the quarterback battle. Go ahead. Uh-oh. We may have lost Chandler.
Hey, can you see me?
Yeah.
No, but early in the season, we were talking about how they were one of our picks to make the CFP as one of the G6 teams, I guess now, G5, G6. That's crazy. That's insane to me. I never saw a world where he didn't win the starting job, honestly.
I mean, you're number 1 overall player in a whole recruiting class. You go to Lincoln Riley, the quarterback guru, and when was the last time Lincoln Riley has shown somebody the door, a quarterback, that quickly?
Never.
He tried. He got Spencer Rattler to a good point. Spencer Rattler wasn't perfect, but Lincoln Riley got him to play.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi Nelson did not even touch the field. So, that is a major recruiting bust. One of the biggest in history. But yeah, we'll see how Boise State does. Ashton Jeanty, best G5 running back in the country. Boise State's running back. He's like the only running back that's nominated for like the Blitnikoff Award and the best running back award. So know the name. If you didn't know it from last year, know it now.
Mm-hmm.
Have no clue if former 5-star wide receiver Chris Marshall is playing today, but he's at Boise State. Spent like a month and a half at Ole Miss. Got in some trouble. Was parted ways with the team and found a new home at Boise State after JUCO. But if he plays, he's got all the talent in the world.
Look at the boys, man. Look at the boys. Yes, sir. I need to see that crowd 75% red. I need it. 75% red.
It's like you can't have a better neutral site for Georgia Clemson than Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It is smack in the middle. Like, it is super accessible for both teams, both fan bases.
Hey, in the middle.
It's an hour and a half from Georgia, and it's an hour and a half from Clemson.
Oh no, I meant
not like literally in the middle. Like, it's an hour and a half, hour 45 to both schools. Okay.
What's up?
Mikey Keene, former UCF quarterback, Fresno State starter. Know the name. Good point.
Michael's a Michigan fan. That's why I said that.
But okay, we got the extreme vet quarterback TJ Finley going up now at Western Kentucky. LSU, Auburn, Texas State to Western Kentucky. They're playing Bama today.
The first journeyman of college football, because good Lord.
I mean,
journeymen are usually NBA players.
JT Daniels is a journeyman.
Yeah, but
what do you mean? That's USC to Georgia to West Virginia to Rice.
Yeah,
that is a dang journey.
Yeah, okay. Not the first
there's a lot of journeymen, but
one of a couple.
One of a couple. That one of a few current journeymen, we shall say.
Yeah.
And we got just like looking for competitive games like Notre Dame, A&M.
They're talking about it right now on College Game Day.
Yeah.
That quarterback.
This is an interesting one. UCLA, for how much they lost and just how much that they are just destined to fail. They're only 2 touchdown favorites against Hawaii. That's a Big Ten football team against a G5 Hawaii team. They're playing away. They're playing on the island. It is not super late. It's at 7:30 Eastern time. Kentucky's playing today. That's my sleeper team. That's my chaos team. They're playing Southern Miss. We got the battle for Atlanta.
I'm really excited to watch this Miami game.
Yeah, I am too.
Like, outside of my bias for Georgia, I think that's easily the one I'm most excited for. Not even for the Twitter aspect, just for a great game. In Miami traveling to the swamp, that's incredible.
But I guess if you wanted, just looking at it from the spread, the real upset alert is Wyoming is playing Arizona State. Wyoming beat Texas Tech a couple years ago. The game was phenomenal. It was a double overtime thriller. But don't sleep on Wyoming. That game could get really interesting. All right, we got a question here from Chicago Gamer. Said, thoughts on Powerhouse NIU versus Western Illinois?
What's up, Big Z?
I cannot tell you a single player on either one of those teams.
Big Z, who do you want us to pick? And that's who we'll pick. That's who we'll rock with. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say NIU. So we both pick NIU. Just for you. I'm really excited to see this quarterback battle in the Notre Dame and A&M game. Good Lord, I lost my train of thought for a second. It's so weird seeing Saban on game day.
No,
I'm still not used to that.
Everybody keeps saying it's weird. Like, he was on game day multiple times as a coach.
He was, but I just mean
championship week.
Just watching him my whole life.
He was on ESPN during the draft. Like, Nick Saban has been on TV for a good couple of years. And it hasn't been consistent like every week like this. As an analyst, like, he's been on TV for about the last 30 years of his life every Saturday. Just about.
Yeah, it's just, seeing him finally in a suit and tie, like not getting ready for a game. I think that's the part that's the weirdest. Not like, not sitting here thinking.
Gotta accept it.
I mean, I love it. I'm not complaining. Trust me, I couldn't be happier. I wish he'd have went there 10 years ago, 10 years earlier. But I don't know. It's like taking some slight getting used to. Not that I'm upset about it.
But we did have a good old Lee Corso sighting this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Corso was in midseason form, trolling the A&M crowd, throwing up the hook 'em with both hands. He looks good, man. For 90 years young, he looks good. So, shout out Lee Corso, one of the greats, one of the good souls in our world.
Saban on game day is crazy now because he can talk crap about Bama. That is true. Well, he'll call it reverse rat poison or something, and then claim it's rat. Don't get me started on that. I'm gonna. I'll start yapping about that again. Georgia blows up Clemson like they did Oregon 2 years ago with ATL. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm not going to lie to you. I was trying to be conservative with everything that I was thinking. Trying to give benefit of the doubts and all that. But it's game day. We're about 40 minutes before kickoff. We're blowing.
I have no faith in Clemson's offense.
We're blowing them out.
I have no faith.
Stanford Steve has taken plus 2.5 in Florida. Interesting. In the same way that we've been talking about.
I think he did poorly last year with his picks.
He probably did.
No, I'm not even. Like, he's 4-1 overall this year, but I think last year his record was really bad.
Who was the old guy that did it? Bear?
Yeah. He got hired to Fox.
But in the same way that we've been talking about Penn State and trusting their offense, I'm kind of the same way with Florida, but I'd say they're a little better.
But if you look at Florida's numbers, I mean, Graham Mertz only had
they're terrible.
3 interceptions last year. Like, it wasn't the firework offense, but
maybe it's more their coach.
Points.
I just don't like Billy. I don't know.
I don't know.
You got to understand, I'm biased
available. Too. We're a couple weeks out from Montrell Johnson's little hiccup with his meniscus, his cleanup surgery. They said he was week to week, day by day. There's been no report about his availability. If I would assume he's out, but that's a big one to watch if he can't go. I don't really got much more else than that, Chandler. There's really not a whole lot. I'm excited for week 1, but
LSU USC.
Yeah, I guess we could get into that a little bit. So we saw the report last week. USC tried to hire away Courtney Morgan from Alabama to be a head operations, players, relationships, whole GM or CEO type role of player operations. And he didn't. He was. I mean, these guys been with Kalen DeBoer for a good couple of years now. He wasn't ever leaving. Alabama gave him a raise, as they should, and he's staying. And if you look at Lincoln Riley, look at the little success that he's had retaining defensive guys in the portal. Like for example, like Isaiah Rakes, he's at Auburn now. He transferred to USC in the winter portal. Was in and out of there within 2 months. Like his recruiting pitch, his whole it's not working. It's not sustainable. He's struggling because he was handed Oklahoma on a silver platter. I mean, he didn't have to go hire anybody. That program was, I mean, clicking on all cylinders, from position coaches to, player relations to, just everybody off this behind the scenes to on the field. It was basically what you could ask for in the best situation. And then you go and you get this massive contract at USC.
Mhm.
And you go and you build a program for the first time. It's clear. I mean, Lincoln Riley, that was his first head coaching job at Oklahoma. He does not know how to rebuild a program. He's lost. You have an all-time great quarterback. You go 8-5 with him. You keep swirling in this whirlwind. You finally fire Alex Grinch. I'm not confident in Lincoln Riley. I'm confident that he'll have a great offense, but as a program, I just don't think he understands and has what it takes to be consistent. Thank you, Emily. But give me LSU -4. That receiving trio. Chris Hilton, Kyron Lacey, DJ Daniels is ridiculous. To replace 2 first-round wide receivers with that is what you could ask for again. And
the tweet is up. Chick Speaks has been posted.
But yeah, give me LSU -4. Blake Baker and co are in the Bayou now. I think they'll be able to stop a runny nose. Harold Perkins is still there. A little bit of turnover on the defensive line, but let's see if they get like a couple of stops. Need the Georgia Southern analysis. We'll get to that in just a second. But if they can stop a runny nose, I mean, they're going to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to what Emily said. Emily said that she needs the Georgia Southern analysis. So I think they're starting JC French. I think he went to like Blessed Trinity or something, right north of the Atlanta area. Went to Memphis, transferred. Obviously, he's at Georgia Southern now. 4-star quarterback. So that's some upside. A lot of potential. But besides that, I have zero idea who plays for Georgia Southern. Clay Helton's there. I think that's a great coach to have, especially in a place like Statesboro, Georgia. But I
keep
fully
talking. Let me grab something real quick.
Yeah, you're good. I fully expect Ashton GT to run wild today. And if Chris Marshall is playing, that's not going to be fun for Georgia Southern either. So I don't necessarily like Boise State to cover today. Like I'm not okay. I'm not like super confident that that's a 2-score spread, but I like Boise State to win today. That's your brutally honest Georgia Southern analysis.
Well, look, I got a Georgia Southern bottle. All right, it's from the 1990 season. It is back-to-back national champions. 90, 89, and then 86, 85. Give me the Eagles. Since Boise State clearly didn't want to start their quarterback.
It's going to be up if they win. They're showing the bins right now. Carson Beck warming up.
Oh. Georgia running back Trevor Etienne is on the field dressed out and warming up. Go ahead and make what you want.
Oh.
Were the rumors wrong?
For who?
Mark Weiser, Georgia beat writer for the Athens Banner Herald.
Ross Dellinger's in town for the game.
Thank you, Durag, by the way. Thank you.
But headed to Tuscaloosa. Have a great day. You too, Emily. You do a lot of driving for Next Round Live. I was talking to Chris Marler the other day or yesterday. You guys are busy over there, Next Round Live, so keep up the good work. But you got any closing thoughts, Chandler, before we get to game time and the dogs come out barking?
I need Belt to be put to ass. I need this game to not be close. I need an ass whooping today. I really do.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even talk about it yet. You talk about having connection in the transfer portal. You can pay all these guys, but if you ain't paying the right guys, you're shit out of luck, just like Nick Saban said earlier today.
You're shit
Ryan Day, that was to you. You got to pay dudes that connect within the locker room, not just stars, not just highlights, not just, oh my God, this guy's good. You can't keep paying dudes to just save your ass and putting Band-Aids over the wound. Watch what Lane Kiffin does every year with the transfer portal guys. They click, they work. He is a master at this. Ole Miss by 100 today over Furman. That's what I got.
That's at 200, honestly.
But that's my closing thought. What's your closing thought, Chandler? Belt to ass?
My closing thought is I need Kirby to have his best halftime speech yet. I don't think he'll top the one that he had. I don't know what game it was for. Nobody's ever really said what game it was for, but come out there, do your job, put Belt to ass for 60 minutes. That's what we always do. Don't bleed the clock out. Run the damn score up. I'm tired of seeing Clemson fans talk on Twitter. I'm not going to lie to you. You know who you are. There's 2 of them. You know who you are. But, yeah, I can't wait, man. Actually, there's 3. But, yeah, I can't wait. I really can't wait because it's just so fun to talk on Twitter. But when those pads get put on and that ball gets kicked off, it's like a whole new thing. And I wish I could go in the same rant that Chris Marler did. I'm not going to be able to, but I'm going to do my best. Really, I'm not because I'll never live up to that specific thing that he had against Tennessee. Sorry, TriStar. It was legendary, though. I need that today. I need that team to come out there today. Obviously, it's not the same guys. There's a couple, but it's not the same. I need it today. I've said too much on Twitter for them to come out and lay an egg. Carson Beck. All right, I can't have 4 almost interceptions. I can't. I need you to come out there, have your A game on, in the A, and go win this damn thing. That's my closing thoughts.
Wait to see a lot of teams that we've been waiting a long time for. Oregon plays today. Excited to see that. Ole Miss plays today. Georgia plays today. Texas plays today. The stinky, overrated Ohio State Buckeyes play today. And the crying Ryan Days, they play today. Michigan plays today. Yeah.
Shout out Michael from the chat, big Michigan fan.
But let's get to it, y'all. Y'all have a blessed college football Saturday. We are here week 1 Saturday. We got more college football tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow, but it's better than none. We got a full, 12 to 12 slate of football. Dig in, make a hole in your couch, eat some chips, grill some burgers, and make sure you're like and subscribed and tuned in to both of our channels on Twitter for content all day long. We'll just be spewing out stuff.
We're also live on YouTube right now, so go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
So go subscribe to our YouTube. But yeah, we'll be here every Saturday and during the week. So appreciate the support, and let's have a football Saturday, y'all. Peace.